Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Glow, if you didn't already know, and today I'm back with another video. So for today's video, I am doing my Sunday Bible Talk video, and I know I haven't done one of these in forever, but I thought that today would be a good day since I actually had some material I wanted to write. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So today I'm talking about when God's like, hold up, you're not ready for this yet. No, not now. So recently that has kind of been thrown in my face. And I've always kind of had the idea that I was going to be going to this certain school once I hit the 9th grade. And that has been the plan. However, in the 5th grade, I really wanted to go to public school. Like, that's what I wanted to do. And I prayed so hard that I would go to this specific public school, and I was like, God, it would be so cool. And that's not what I needed to do in the 5th grade. What I needed to do in the 5th grade was homeschool, and I homeschooled from pre-K, preschool, up until 8th grade. And I didn't really want to do that in the 5th grade, and throughout middle school, I didn't really want to, but it ended up being really great for me and my education during that time, and I just didn't really know. So, come the 9th grade, so always in the back of my head, I'm like, I want to go to public school. I think it would be fun. I think I would be able to make a difference. I want to talk to people. But 5th grade, I don't know. I don't feel like I had those resources and the, Bible smarts. Does that sound right? I don't know. To go and fulfill what I wanted to do. So 9th grade rolled around, and we had been planning on sending me to a Christian private school. I mean, that was cool. I thought it was going to be really fun. I mean, it would prepare me for what I wanted to do with my future, and I thought it was great, okay? And the more and more that idea was put into my head, the more I thought it was the best thing for me, and I was excited because I had known a lot of the people that gone to school that were in my class there, because it's a super small school. I've known them for my entire life, and I just thought that's what I was supposed to be doing. But then enrollment rolled around, and we enrolled, and we didn't get enough financial aid that I needed to get in order to attend the school, and it was like a slap in the face. And actually, I remember my parents came downstairs, my mom's like crying, and I was like, hold up, like, is everything okay? And they didn't really want to tell me because I think they were mostly afraid for my reaction, because my older sister did get to attend that school for 4 years, and my other older sister, who's sitting right here actually, for 2 years. And I was kind of like, okay, what? And so I was like, Dad, am I in trouble? Is everything okay? Like, what's wrong? Why is Mom upset? And they're like, we didn't get enough financially. You can't go to the school you've been wanting to go to. And I was like, and I actually did really well with the situation, a lot better than my mom said that she expected me to do. I just walked out of the house. I was like, peace out, I'll be right back. I just went on a little stroll to, like, control my emotions before I just started bawling. And I was crying, and I was like, it's okay. This is what I needed to do. And I didn't want it to be any harder on my mom than it already was, because education is super important, and it's really important to my mom. It's important to me too, but it's really important to my mom. So I asked her my options, and I love homeschooling, but I don't really want to do it throughout high school. I kind of want that experience going to school before I head off to college. And so I was like, what are my options? And my mom was like, I don't know if I want to do this yet, but maybe the public school that is out of district, that is a little bit nicer than the school in my district, that is kind of the school in my district is farther away, which doesn't make any sense, and it's terrifying, and it's really big. And so she doesn't want to send me to the school in my district, and it was a long shot that I would be accepted to the school out of district that's closer than the school in district. Doesn't make sense. So we signed, I don't know what they did, but they didn't really tell me what they were doing. But I got really mad at God. I was like, what? Why did my sister get financial aid for those 4 years? And then when it comes my turn, no, I can't. Like, what the heck? And I was like, mad. And I had been not necessarily struggling with my faith, but struggling with my anxiety, which causes me to question God a lot. And I was already struggling with that beforehand, and I was like, really? That wasn't nice. Like, if it's such a good thing, if the school's such a good place, why now am I not allowed to go? So I told my mom, I was like, I don't know if I believe in God right now. And she's like, what? And I was like, I don't know, Mom, I don't know. And she was like, okay, breathe. And she's like, try that, Gloria. Say you don't believe in God and try it. And I was like, okay, fine, I don't believe in God. And then I ran up to my room and I was like, I believe in you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's, I freaked out and I was like, I am really mad, but I still believe in you. I wouldn't just completely turn my back on you. But yeah, I'm really mad at you right now and I don't know. And I was just mad and I was like, ugh. And that's not a way you should feel, and I felt it. And then I feel like when you're pushed to your knee, like when you're knocked down, you're kind of put to your knees. I don't know, I'm trying to say, like, when something so bad happens, I called on God, and yeah, God's not a genie in a bottle. He's not just gonna, he has a plan. And I was in my mom's bathroom and we were kind of talking, and then she's like, your father's calling, like, get out of the room. She didn't say father, that would be kind of weird. She's like, your dad's calling, leave. And I was like, okay, so I left the room, and I went to my bedroom, and I was like, I didn't really know what to say because I can't change his plan, so I was like, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done, thy will be done. Like, that's all I said, and I prayed and I prayed. And then later that night, my parents sat Emma and I, this is Emma that I just hit, Emma and I down, they're like, you can go to that school, and they accepted you out of district. I don't know how they accepted a junior and a freshman. Well, freshman is a little bit more understandable than accepting a junior, but they did. They accepted us both. And we were like, okay. I don't really know how Emma feels about this because she didn't share her feelings with me, but I know that, okay, not those kinds of feelings. Emma's very private about things, so I don't really know how she feels, but I'm out in the open with my emotions, so I'm over here like, woo, and then 5 seconds later, I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm like, woohoo, and so I was like kind of up and down. However, what I'm trying to get out here is, like, in the 5th grade, I prayed and prayed to go to this specific school I'm actually going to be attending, and God was like, hold up, you're not ready for that yet, and now here I am, about to, actually in 11 days, I'll be attending that school. So, then I actually went on Pinterest, because Pinterest is great, and I kind of I Pinterest Bible verses. Sometimes I do that when I need like a specific verse, but I can't, the Bible's so big and I have so much trouble finding specifically what I want out of it. And I found a Bible verse that I thought maybe would help you guys with this if you're struggling with the same thing I was struggling with. So the Bible verse I found was in Hebrews 6 verse 15, and it's, then Abraham waited patiently, and he received what God had promised to him. And yeah, God did not promise that I would go to this school. He didn't do that, but he waited patiently. He waited for God's plan. So what I'm trying to get out there was wait. And also, if you didn't know this, I'm gonna flip over to Genesis over here. There's my new Bible. Isn't it pretty? Okay. In Genesis chapter 20, it talks about, no, 21, sorry. It talks about how the Lord kept his promise to Sarah and blessed Abraham and Sarah with their baby Isaac. And what I got to say about this is, first of all, it had to have been hard for Sarah and Abraham, but Sarah especially, because all of her friends are probably over here like popping out babies when they're like in their 20s or 30s or however old they did have babies back then. And Sarah's like, I am old, give me a child. She's like, come on. And I'm sure Abraham really wanted a baby, and she's like, I want a baby. And then she got one. She got Isaac. And so in Genesis chapter 21, it says, the Lord kept his word and did for Sarah exactly what he had promised. She became pregnant, and she gave birth to a son for Abraham in his old age. This happened at just the time God had said it would, and Abraham named their son Isaac. So, moral of the story is, God has a plan no matter how frustrating it might be and how you're like, are you serious? I was so prepared for what I thought was happening, but ultimately it's not your plan. You can't see your life from the beginning and the end. God can, though. God's the only one that can see it. So what you got to do is you got to have faith and trust in God that that what he has planned for you is beautiful and amazing, and he has a wonderful plan for you, but you got to stick to it, and you got to focus, and you got to pray, and you got to commit yourself, and what's the word I'm looking for? Not commit. Apply yourself to his word and focus on that plan that God has for you. So I have been really wanting to share that story that I told you in the beginning with you guys. And Abraham and his wife Sarah had kind of not the same situation as me. I'm not trying to have a child, but you know, they had to wait for God's plan, and they waited a long time, and it ended up working out. So what I'm trying to say is He has a plan for you and everyone in your family and everyone in your life. God has a plan for them, and just commit yourself, and you got this. You have time and a long life ahead of you. Jesus loves you so much. So that's pretty much all the time I have for you guys today. That sounded so weird. This was an 11-minute video and I really need to cut it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see me do next time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love you to the moon and back. See you next. Dang it, words. I love you to the moon and back. See you later, alligators.